Hi, I'm Divine Harmony with the Cosmic Insight for the week of Monday, July 14th through Sunday, July 20th. On Wednesday, the Sun in Cancer squares the nodal axis. A couple of weeks ago, Jupiter in Cancer squared the nodes, and today the Sun squares the nodes. When planets square the nodes, we're brought to a pivotal point of choice where we can either choose to grow in uncharted territory or we can keep on playing out old karmic patterns and never change. With the Sun in Cancer squaring the nodes, these opportunities for change and growth come through home and family situations and our attachments to the past. Knowing what to release and what to hold on to can be part of the balancing act. With the North Node in Libra, relationships, collaboration, compromise, and being aware of others and how to balance self and other is definitely the focus. On the same day, Jupiter, the planet of benevolence, abundance, expansion, and optimism, moves out of Cancer and into Leo. Jupiter stays in a sign for about a year, so the last year we had Jupiter in Cancer giving us gifts and gracing us with stuff around home and family and emotions and the feminine and intuition, a very watery yin placement. The Jupiter in Leo is very different. Leo is fiery and dynamic and creative and passionate. When Jupiter's in Leo, we are gifted with tapping into our heart's greatest desires and then expressing ourselves from that place. Leo is the sign of the king, the queen, the hero, the royal one, the actor. And so Jupiter in Leo is a wonderful time for tapping into that inner sense of royalty and regalness and shining that out to others. One of the things we do need to be aware of, though, is Jupiter in Leo can get a little too full of himself, and so we need to be aware of how to balance our Leo energy. We want to shine our light brightly, but we want to allow others to do the same. Think of a circular round table. There's no leaders. We are all working together. On Friday, Venus moves out of airy, cerebral Gemini and into watery, emotional Cancer. Venus in Cancer values home and family, safety and security, familiarity and attachment. Venus in Cancer loves to be with those she loves and is actually quite happy staying at home, whereas Venus in Gemini wanted to move about and didn't want to feel hemmed in. The coming weeks of Venus in Cancer is a wonderful time for enjoying our associations with family, with friends who are like family, enjoying our time at home, sprucing up our home, redecorating even, and giving thanks for all of the experiences we've had in our past that have brought us to where we are today. Later that day, Mercury in Cancer trines Neptune in Pisces, which is a wonderful aspect for intuition, creativity, and spirituality. Essentially, Mercury trine Neptune is definitely one of those aspects where you want to pay attention to your sixth sense because information is coming in and you want to pay attention to it. Sun Mars can get a little feisty and even aggressive or irritated. The positive use of Sun square Mars is taking action, taking a stand, saying what we need to say. But we need to be aware that both Sun in Cancer and Mars in Libra aren't the most masculine expressive placements. Sun in Cancer moves like a crab and dances around things, and Mars in Libra will sweep things under the carpet so as not to address what needs to be addressed. So being aware of this and seeing where we may be being passive aggressive or ignoring what needs to be addressed definitely is important. The week ends with Saturn stationing direct in Scorpio on Sunday. When Saturn's stationary, all the Saturnine themes are present. Essentially a heavy, kind of grounded energy that's asking us to look at things, address the root, the foundation, not looking up at the surface, but really getting down to the bottom is definitely what Saturn in Scorpio demands of us. When Saturn slows to a stop, we can actually feel the energy. It tends to be like you feel like you're walking around in mud or something. And so being patient and knowing that this too will pass is important. With Saturn in Scorpio, there's also something around the realms of the shadow and stuff around power and control or intimacy and vulnerability that we're being asked to look at and address. Saturn gives us opportunities for mastery. So taking these opportunities to go down and in and address what needs to be addressed, look at what needs to be looked at, is how you're going to get the benefit of Saturn stationary this week. Yours in the stars.